Hi guys, and welcome back to the Joyce of Life. Before I begin with today's topic, I just want to say thank you for the overwhelming response to my last video with Miss Bianca Pangan. And if you haven't checked it out, you can still do so. Just go to my YouTube channel and it's episode 6. So if you want to get wisdom to pursue your passion, you can check it out. Anyways, for today's topic, we will talk about self-love. So the other day, while I was busy attending to my daughter, as I always do, I was starting to lose my cool. And suddenly my daughter blurted out, "Mommy, I love you." And for mothers, I think they can relate when I say that once you hear something like that, it's already the highlight of your day. It makes us feel seen, it makes us feel appreciated, and it makes us feel loved. But that's not always the case for everybody. We don't always have somebody to tell us that we're special, or somebody that will hold our hand when times are tough, or a person that will give us words of affirmation to tell us the best parts of ourselves. We often think that love is something that we need to seek from others and not from ourselves. But we should remember that outward love is something that we can lose anytime, and it can be taken away from us anytime. And that's why self-love is important. You're the only person and the best person to take care of yourself, because you know yourself better than anyone else. But self-love is something easier said than done, because in the process, you need to put yourself first. Your happiness, your wants, your needs, you need to put all of them first before others. And this is hard, especially for mothers like me, because choosing yourself first sometimes is accompanied by guilt. Okay, but we're going to talk about that in another episode. But loving yourself first is one of the hardest, but one of the best things that you can do for yourself. So in this episode, I'm going to tell you why you're worthy of love and why you need to start putting yourself first. Number 1, because you deserve it. So as a mom, I often feel guilty when I put myself first, because I feel that it's kind of selfish when I think of the things that I want before my child. But I realize that if I don't think of my own happiness, it will eventually affect how I take care of my daughter. And so I try to enjoy things and try to do things that make me happy, or sometimes spend some time alone to just process my thoughts. So this helps me a lot when I'm already burnt out and I just want to let my mind rest and reset. You might think that it's selfish at first, but after a while, you'll realize that before you can truly take care of others, you need to take care of yourself first. Number 2, if you want to change your life, you have to accept yourself first. Your flaws, your drawbacks, your shortcomings, and your mistakes. You have to forgive yourself for all of these things and realize that somehow they shaped you to a much better version of yourself. So once you learn how to accept and how to forgive yourself, that's when you'll truly be able to change your life for the better. And remember that allowing yourself to be honest with who you are is the first step to loving yourself. Number 3, self-love allows you to love others better. So I've had my fair share of heartbreaks in the past, and I realized that in most of these relationships, I was giving away love, hoping to gain love in return. Because love is a give and take thing, right? But the truth is, some people just take, and I kept on giving without realizing that it was already chipping away my self-worth. And that's a difference, because when you love yourself, you are more mindful of your own happiness and how others should treat you. And you're more courageous and you're more conscious of your decisions and your actions because you're thinking of yourself. And I think that's important when you are in a relationship. So to love yourself first, so you can also be able to love someone the way they deserve to be loved. and you will also get the love that you think you deserve. Number 4, loving yourself helps you to care less about the opinions of others. One thing that hinders us from loving ourselves is guilt. We're afraid of prioritizing our own happiness first because we're afraid of being judged, or we're thinking of what others might think of us. We often seek approval from others to make us feel good or make us feel happy about ourselves. And because of this, we're pressured to do things just to be liked. But when you love yourself and when you accept yourself fully, it's easier for you to tune out others' opinions, and you're more focused on how you see yourself and how you value yourself. Number 5, when you love yourself, you inspire others to love themselves too. So I admit that I struggled with loving myself ever since. But as I became a mom, I realized that I have to be mindful of how I value and how I see myself, because I have a daughter that is very perceptive. She can see the way I talk about myself, how I take care of myself, and how I react to my mistakes and to hers as well. And I don't want her to be affected when I deal with these things in a manner that is unacceptable. Because I'm also human, and I admit that I sometimes lose my cool. So that's why I'm trying to refocus myself, and I'm trying to love myself more these days. Because I want my daughter to grow up feeling that she is worthy of love and that she has the full permission to love herself the way she is. So how do you start loving yourself more? Start by accepting and forgiving yourself. Choose yourself every day and start doing the things that you think are right for you. Your wants and your needs are all important, and you are worthy of love, and you don't need others to make you feel that. You just have to start within you. And once you learn how to love yourself, everything else will follow. Thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I hope you got something out of it. Remember that it's not selfish to love yourself first. And you can share this video, and please do like this video, and you can still subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can also listen to this episode on Google Podcasts and Spotify. So you can also follow me on those platforms as well. See you guys on the next episode.